The Republic's clone trooper army was one of the most efficient and dominating forces in Star Wars. They were the antithesis of the droid troops used by their enemies, the Separatists, during the time of the Clone Wars. While the Separatist strategy relied mainly on sheer numbers of troops in hopes to overwhelm their opponent, this meant that their army mainly consisted of cheap, mass-produced battle droids, whereas a single clone trooper was capable of taking out many battle droids. This was because of many things: training, weapons, and also because of strategies incorporated by the clone army, such as when they must retreat. Retreat was a more complicated scenario for the Republic compared to the Separatists. Because they were cheap, the CIS could simply leave their remaining battle droids on whatever planet they were fighting on, issuing a do not surrender order, forcing the battle droids to fight to the very end, making a tricky distraction while the more valuable commanders would make their escape off planet. The Republic's army, however, had more valuable technology, people of interest, and treated their troops with generally more respect. This meant their retreat would be harder and take more time. In the Star Wars comic series, Republic, we are shown a story from Clone Commander Bly's perspective. While being overrun by enemies, he is forced to retreat, and we are shown what strategy the clones have been trained to use in that situation. In his words, "They knew the drill. Last man assumes a defensive position. Provide cover fire for the rest of the team until he falls. Next man assumes defensive position," and so on. The mission is what's important. You do whatever it takes to accomplish the mission. As we can see, the retreat strategy used by the clone army involves one trooper defending the group until they are taken out, after which the nearest trooper picks up where they left off, or until they are taken out. And this goes on until either they make a successful retreat or are wiped out entirely. This strategy is especially brutal, with the soldier at the end of the line knowing they are going to be firing at the enemy until they fall. But I think it reflects the values of the clone troopers perfectly. It demonstrates their commitment to loyalty and finishing the mission at all costs. Being literally bred for combat, they do not hesitate when faced with the reality of sacrificing themselves for the objective. Knowing how effective the clone army was even in the face of retreat makes it no wonder why they were such a dominant force in their time. This devotion to the mission can be summarized by their haunting mantra used in the infamous Order 66. Good soldiers follow orders. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think of this type of content, and feel free to comment on a topic you'd like me to cover next. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and until next time.